Fest one. We hot. That's how we doing it.
I like this.
Major shout out, JT.
What up, Jenny? Well, Jenna, it looks great on you. And, you know, if I'm going to wear pink, I might as well be twinning with you. So, good morning, guys.
I'm flattered.
Coming up on Undisputed, the NBA GMs say they'd rather have Kevin Durant take a big shot instead of LeBron. Do Skip and Shannon agree? I can't wait for that. And Tom Brady and Drew Brees can both make history this week. We will tell you how. Plus, D'Angelo Hall and Mark Schlereth are both in studio. Undisputed coming up next. Jenna, back to you and that bright pink.
Love it, Jenny. Thanks. We look forward to that. Time now for Say What? Second-year Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes is putting together an MVP caliber season on the field, but Andy Reid is getting asked about Mahomes' unique voice off the field. Say what?
Said you do the best voice imitation to him. Is that true? Or can you
Let's hear it.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Maybe it'll come out someday at the end of the year, but not right now.
That's the sort of thing to do to just kind of keep him.
Well, he's got a unique voice, right? I mean, so it's unique.
Go ahead.
Go next question. Froggish.
He said it was froggish. Patty Mahomes.
Andy Reid has a better personality than people. Jenny, you've gotten a chance to know him, covered him there in Philadelphia. He's one of my favorite coaches. He likes to enjoy a laugh. Those images of who he is on the sideline compared to the funny guy off camera, very different contrast.
Our Photoshop team, how are you going to do?
Can you look at the hair?
Dude,
He got a little fro.
yeah, like Patty Mahomes does.
Oh, okay, I see.
They gave Kermit the Frog in the Patty Mahomes jersey with the Patty Mahomes hair.
Yeah, probably. He's got some nice hair. He'll go through several different hairstyles, Jenna. So
I agree. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's what I thought as well.
Hey, Patty Mahomes, Jenna Wolf don't approve of your hair.
That's not what I'm saying.
And that's going to change it. Jenna Wolf,
this is what I
hair
do.
icon.
You don't turn in a Bentley because it's got a bad haircut or had a little dent. You ride in it.
And he also ain't got a bad haircut. Patty Mahomes. We'll talk later, man.
Yeah.
Keep doing you.
Moving on to Thursday Night Football on Fox. The 1-3 Colts need to get back on track. The 2-2 Patriots need to now stay on track after their big win last week. Tom Brady has dominated this matchup against Andrew Luck. Reports are that Rob Gronkowski will be active tonight despite being hampered by an ankle injury. Plus, don't forget the Patriots do get receiver Julian Edelman back. On the other side, the Colts will be without receiver T.Y. Hilton. CC, what do you expect to see in this matchup this evening?
Well, Jenna, this is what I would like to do. I would like to tell fans out there, because my job is supposed to be able to create some drama like this is a great matchup. I looked at the weather. Man, it's going to rain. So then it's going to ground them. No, it's not going to rain. It's going to be nice and sunny.
Oh.
Yeah, very, very seasonable day here in the great Northeast. So offenses are going to be able to function, throw the ball as much as they want to. What I expect from New England, they're a team that takes advantage of the first part of the schedule, trying to develop their team, trying to develop what type of characteristics are we going to have moving forward. I believe until they get several more weeks with Gronk and Edelman and Gordon together, that's when they'll go back to the dominant passing. But for the next couple weeks, especially on a short week, I expect Sony Michel and the rest of this running attack to get the bulk of the work. 40 carries in week number 4 against the Miami Dolphins. Look for them to try to build on that running attack. And also, they got some respect for Andrew Luck. Grind it out, keep that offense of Andrew Luck off the field, frustrate him. That defense is a little undersized, which they have been for a number of years. Wear them out. I believe this game can get out of control. I believe that Tom Brady has not forgotten the accusations that the general manager of the Colts, when he called the police on him, and I say called the police, he called the NFL on him, Tom Brady ended up getting a suspension, which ultimately tainted his record in the NFL as the greatest quarterback. So, Nick, I believe that New England, this game could get out of control.
There's a lot of reasons to feel like this is a perfect storm for New England, not only to cover the 10.5, but to maybe double that and win this game by 3 scores. One is everything CC mentioned, which is the added bitterness of who this organization is. Now, I know Chris Ballard, the GM, after the Pats kind of stole their coach back when Josh McDaniels was supposed to go there, didn't go there, took him back, and he said the rivalry is back. Okay, well, how much of a rivalry was it really ever? when you haven't won in this building since 2006. Like, I understand you had the great AFC Championship comeback down, I think 21-3, the one year, the one Peyton Manning Super Bowl victory year in Indianapolis. But for the most part, the Pats have beat this team over the head, whether it was Manning or Luck. Let me go ahead.
Since Peyton and Tony Dungy had left, though, there is no rivalry.
No.
There was a legitimate one before that was lopsided in the Patriots' favor. So after Peyton left, though, that's just another opposition in the AFC.
So there's that. There's the fact that the Colts on offense are missing their best receiver, T.Y. Hilton, their best running back, Marlon Mack, their most reliable tight end, Jack Doyle, and their left tackle's banged up. That ain't great. It's the fact that it's a Thursday night game that always favors the home team more than a regular game does. And go ahead, Jenna.
No, when you say what the Colts have lost, look what the Patriots are getting back tonight.
Oh, the Patriots got Edelman back, but I thought you were going to follow on the Thursday. And the Colts played a 5-quarter game Sunday.
Yes.
They played an overtime game that went the full overtime, to a kick in the final seconds to win the game for Houston. Like, we've seen the teams that have had to play those 5-quarter games. They have all lost the following week. So every sign points to New England, the healthiest it's been all year. The Colts, the most banged up they've been all year. The Colts coming off what is I think, crushing loss emotionally. The Pats coming off their best win emotionally. And all those things point to New England dominating this football game.
Now, the only thing that could get in the way is if we all assume, like what we assumed with the Vikings and the Buffalo Bills, that this is an easy game for them at home on Thursday night. Both teams are coming off short rest. Oh, we've got our wide receiver back. We have Gronk playing. This should be an easy one. If there is a team that will prevent that, it's going to be Bill Belichick's team. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, the Vikings and the other teams, when they have a week and we think the game's going to be lopsided, that desperation kicks in. And we saw that in week number 3. The teams that were desperate, they were able to win. But you're talking about a short week. Let's talk about the frustration. Nick talked about the four teams in the games that went 5 quarters, the overtime games. Also in week number 3, New Orleans went to overtime. Now they won it on the initial drive, beating the Falcons, but the Falcons lost in week number 4. So those teams that have been in those games, the only team to win was the Saints. So just imagine the dejection when you lose that game. They went for it on fourth down. Imagine the disappointment in that game. Now you have a short week. You have all this bad news as far as injuries, and New England is on a mission. If they weren't playing Indianapolis, if they didn't have an axe to grind with them, then I said, maybe they might sneak up on them. But no, the Josh McDaniels, the Brady things, those things are real, and they're not going to die anytime soon.
And I think, as maybe off the wall as this sounds, that part of Frank Reich's decision in that overtime against the Texans to eschew all conventional wisdom and say, you know what, 4th and 4 on our own 43 with less than a minute left, I'm going for the win, had to do with the fact that he knew that 96 hours from now, we're going to have to go play New England. And we need a lot of things going in our favor in that regard. And if we are coming off a tie to the worst team in our division, the Texans, how am I going to convince my guys they can go to New England and win? We might as, if it means it's more likely we lose to the Texans, so be it. But we need to be coming off a win. We need to be going into this game, even our record up at 2-2, with some positive momentum going into what is the single toughest game on their schedule. And so that's where they're at. I would love to be on the air tomorrow and say, wow, the Patriots couldn't get to Andrew Luck. The Colts converted all their third downs, and we had a huge upset in the NFL. I just don't see that coming.
All right, well, it will be the Colts in Foxborough for a 7:30 kickoff tonight on Fox. Much more coverage coming up on Undisputed right after us. Guys, have a great day.
Yeah, and check out the NLDS today at 4 Eastern on Fox.
Have a good day, everyone.
On FS1.